Habitat destruction is the process in which natural habitats are rendered functionally unable to support the species present. In this process, the organisms that previously used the site are displaced or destroyed, reducing biodiversity.
Habitat destruction presents itself in all biomes on the Earth, including forests and aquatic environments.
Two types of habitat destruction are deforestation and algal blooms.
Deforestation is the clearing of trees, transforming a forest into cleared land.
An algal bloom is a rapid growth of microscopic algae or cyanobacteria in water, often resulting in a colored scum on the surface. This is caused by runoff of fertilizers from farming or gardens into bodies of water.
Deforestation destroys the homes of thousands of species of plants and animals that live in temperate and rainforest biomes. It can dry out the soil and is no longer protected from the sun by canopy. It increases greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide in the atmosphere and reduces oxygen output because there aren't enough trees performing cellular respiration.
Algal blooms are detrimental to fish populations as the algae buildup blocks light for plants at the bottoms of lakes. The algae also feeds bacteria.
Populations of bacteria flourish with the excess food source. They then take in so much oxygen that the oxygen content of the water decreases significantly. The fish aren't left with enough to breathe and they suffocate.
When this happens, the whole ecosystem starts to fall apart.
The data compiled by the World Resources Institute reveals that the planet has already lost 80% of its forests cover to deforestation, and going by the alarming rate at which the trees are being cut, it won't take much time for that figure to reach the 100% mark. The West African region, which boasted of lush, green tropical forests in the 19th century, has been stripped of 90% of its forest cover over the last century. The same trend of deforestation continues in the two remaining rainforest biomes in South America and Asia, respectively.
The Center for Sponsored Coastal Ocean Research has said that coastal algal blooms have been estimated to result in economic impacts in the U.S. of at least $82 million a year, with the majority of impacts in the public health and commercial fisheries sectors in Hoagland and Skataska 2006. This estimate is conservative due in part to a lack of quantitative information and the environmental impacts of HAB events, and a lack of documentation in social-cultural impacts, such as degradation of cultural practices and values, increased reliance on social services, loss of recreational opportunities, and shifts in livelihood.
The Center for Biological Diversity states that our planet is now in the midst of its sixth mass extinction of plants and animals, the sixth wave of extinctions in the past half-billion years. We're currently experiencing the worst spate of species die-offs since the loss of the dinosaurs 65 million years ago. Although extinction is a natural phenomenon, it occurs in a natural background rate of about 1 to 5 species per year. Scientists estimate that we're now losing species at 1,000 to 10,000 times the background rate, with literally dozens going extinct every day. 99% of currently threatened species are at risk from human activities, primarily those driving habitat loss.
Though so much has already been destroyed, and due to the nature of the modern world, will continue to be destroyed, there are always ways everyone can minimize the damage.
Recycling paper and paper products is the easiest way to slow deforestation. If the resources are being reused, there is less of a need to continue cutting down trees.
Algal blooms can be prevented by cutting back or eliminating the use of fertilizers on gardens.
Every small contribution does help, but it takes everyone making those contributions to make a real difference.